Once Upon a Time is an American fairy tale dramatic television series that premiered on October 23, 2011, on ABC. The show takes place in the fictional seaside town of Storybrooke, Maine, whose residents are characters from various fairy tales transported to the real-world town and robbed of the real memories by a powerful curse. Episodes typically feature a primary storyline in Storybrooke, as well as a secondary storyline from another point in a character's life before the curse was enacted. The show airs Sundays at 8 p.m. ET, 7 p.m. Court. It borrows elements and characters from the Disney franchise and popular Western literature, folklore, and fairy tales. Once Upon a Time was created by Lost and Tron legacy writers Edward Kitsis and Adam Horowitz. A spin-off series, Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, consisting of 13 episodes, premiered on October 10, 2013, and concluded on April 3, 2014. On March 3, 2016, ABC renewed the series for a sixth season, which is set to premiere on September 25, 2016. Series overview. The series takes place in the fictional seaside town of Storybrooke, Maine, in which the residents are actually characters from various fairy tales and other stories that were transported to the real-world town and robbed of their original memories by the evil Queen Regina, using a powerful curse obtained from Rumpelstiltskin. The residents of Storybrooke, where Regina is mayor, have lived an unchanging existence for 28 years, unaware of their own lack of aging. The town's only hope lies with a bail bondsperson named Emma Swan, the daughter of Snow White and Prince Charming, who was transported from the enchanted forest to our world via a magic wardrobe as an infant before she could be cursed. As such, she is the only person who can break the curse and restore the character's lost memories. She is aided by her son, Henry, with whom she has recently reunited after giving him up for adoption upon his birth, and his Once Upon a Time book of fairy tales that holds the key to breaking the curse. Henry is also the adopted son of Regina, providing a source of both conflict and common interest between the two women. Episodes usually have one segment that details the character's past lives that, when serialized, adds a piece to the puzzle about the characters and their connection to the events that preceded the curse and its consequences. The other, set in the present day, follows a similar pattern with a different outcome but also offers similar insights. Season 1. The first season of Once Upon a Time premiered on October 23, 2011. The season begins with the evil queen interrupting the wedding of Snow White and Prince Charming to announce that she will cast a curse on everyone that will leave her with the only happy ending. The majority of the fairy tale characters are transported to the town of Storybrooke, Maine, where they have been stripped of their actual memories and identities as fairy tale characters. On her 28th birthday, Emma, the daughter of Snow White and Prince Charming, is brought to Storybrooke by her biological son Henry Mills in the hopes of breaking the curse cast by his adoptive mother, the evil Queen Regina. Season 2. The second season premiered on September 30, 2012. Despite Emma having broken the curse, the characters are not returned to the fairy tale world, and must deal with their own dual identities. With the introduction of magic into Storybrooke by Mr. Gold, the fates of the two worlds become intertwined, and new threats emerge in the form of Captain Hook, Regina's mother Cora, also known as the Queen of Hearts, and sinister operatives from our world with an agenda to destroy magic. Season 3. The third season premiered on September 29, 2013. It was split into 2 volumes, with the first 11 episodes running from September to December 2013, and the later half from March to May 2014. In the first volume, the main characters travel to Neverland to rescue Henry, who has been kidnapped by Peter Pan as part of a plan to obtain the heart of the truest believer from him. Their increasing power struggle with Pan continues in Storybrooke, which ultimately results in the complete reversal of the original curse. All the characters are returned to their original worlds, leaving Emma and Henry to escape to New York City. In the second volume, the characters are mysteriously brought back to a recreated Storybrooke, with the memories of the previous year removed, and the envious Wicked Witch of the West from the land of Oz appears with a plan to change the past. Once again, Emma is needed to save her family. Season 4. The fourth season premiered on September 28, 2014. A new storyline incorporating elements from Frozen was revealed when the time travel events of the previous season lead to the accidental arrival of Elsa from the enchanted forest of the past to present a Storybrooke. As she searches for her sister Anna with the aid of the main characters, they encounter Ingrid, the Snow Queen in Storybrooke. Meanwhile, Regina seeks the author of Henry's Once Upon a Time book so that she can finally have her happy ending. However, a banished Mr. Gold returns, with the help of Cruella de Vil, Maleficent and Ursula, has his own plan to rewrite the rules governing the fates of all heroes and villains. Henry and Emma race to restore reality and the truth before the twisted inversion becomes permanent. However, the price leads to the ultimate sacrifice. Season 5. The fifth season was announced on May 7, 2015, and premiered on September 27, 2015. The characters embark on a quest to Camelot to find the sorcerer Merlin in order to free Emma from the powers of an ancient darkness that threatens to destroy everything. To complicate matters, King Arthur is determined to forever alter the balance between light and darkness using the legendary Excalibur. As history and destiny collide, unsuspected consequences lead the characters to the underworld, where they encounter souls of those with unfinished businesses and must face Hades, in an attempt to restore order to the chaos that has culminated. The characters' dangerous manipulations of magic lead to an exacerbation of the war between light and darkness, with the arrival of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, as well as Regina's separation from her evil queen side. Season 6. The sixth season was announced on March 3, 2016, and premieres on September 25, 2016. Episodes. Once Upon a Time's first season received generally favorable reviews from critics. Metacritic gave it a score of 66 out of 100 based on 26 reviews. The pilot episode was watched by 12.93 million viewers and achieved an adult 18 to 49 rating, share of 4.0/10. The second season premiered on September 30, 2012, to an audience of 11.36 million viewers, while the third season began on September 29, 2013, opening to 8.52 million viewers. In May 2014, ABC renewed the show for its fourth season, premiering in September 2014 to an audience of 9.47 million viewers. The series was renewed for a fifth season in May 2015 and for a sixth season in March 2016. Cast and characters. Ginnifer Goodwin as Snow White, Mary Margaret Blanchard. Before accepting the role, Goodwin stated in interviews that she'd always wanted to play Snow White and called her acceptance of the role a no-brainer. Kitsis and Horowitz are self-described big fans of Goodwin's previous series, Big Love, and wrote the part of Snow with Goodwin in mind. Jennifer Morrison as Emma Swan, Dark Swan, the daughter of Snow White and Prince Charming, an ex-bail bonds collector, and Henry Mills' biological mother. Morrison described her character at the beginning of the first season as broken, damaged and worldly. During the fourth season finale, Operation Mongoose, Emma absorbs the power of the Dark One into herself to save Regina. In order to successfully create a dark version of Emma, Morrison explained that, in order to build Dark Emma, I've been doing a bunch of research though with some of the mythology books and old fairy tale books than just looking back through the history of swans and the etymology of swan, and explained that Emma's rate of evolution challenged on a daily basis. Lana Parrilla as Evil Queen, Regina Mills. Josh Dallas as Pauper, Prince Charming. David Nolan, the leader of the Enchanted Forest's War Council, who is comatose in Storybrooke. While initially he is known simply as John Doe in Storybrooke because of his comatose state, he is eventually revealed to be called David Nolan. After waking up, the creators also mixed Charming's history with that of the Prince and the Pauper, with Dallas portraying both the original Prince and the Pauper, who replaced his brother after he was killed. Because of this history, Dallas tried to bring a rural feel to the character to make him more accessible to viewers. On what makes his portrayal of Prince Charming different to those before, Dallas explained that Prince Charming just happens to be a name. He's still a man with the same emotions as any other man. He's a prince, but he's a prince of the people. He gets his hands dirty. He's got a kingdom to run. He has a family to protect. He has an epic love for Snow White. He's like everybody else. He's human. Jared S. Gilmore as Henry Mills. Raphael S. Barge as Jiminy Cricket, Dr. Archie Hopper. Jamie Dornan as Huntsman, Sheriff Graham. Robert Carlyle as Rumpelstiltskin, Beast Crocodile, Mr. Gold. Ian Bailey as Pinocchio, August Booth. Emily de Raven as Belle Lacey. Megan Ory as Red Riding Hood, Wolf Ruby. Colin O'Donoghue as Captain Killian Hook Jones. Michael Raymond James as Firefire, Neil Cassidy. Michael Socher as Will Scarlet. Rebecca Mader as Wicked Witch of the West, Zelina. Sean Maguire as Robin Hood.